Jets fans, what's going on with New York? The attack simply stopped. Justin Fields suffered 9 sacks, threw only 9 full passes, and finished the game with fewer net yards than any quarterback in 25 years. Meanwhile, Bryce Young and Rico Dowdle destroyed the Cowboys and now arrive ready to run over the Jets at MetLife Stadium. But before we get into it, if you're a die-hard Jets fan, make sure you're subscribed to Jetstream News. We're your go-to source for daily engaging content on all things. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers this offseason by hitting that subscribe button now. Welcome to the Jetstream News Channel, your New York Jets news channel. Here you will find fresh news, and to follow everything, don't forget to subscribe. Today, only 20.2% are subscribed to our channel. Help us by sharing so that the news reaches many more people. Let's go to today's news. The New York Jets return to the field in search of the first victory of the season, still trying to turn frustration into reaction. After an inconsistent performance in London and a painful defeat to the Denver Broncos, the team tries to find balance. Now, they face the Carolina Panthers, a team that won 3 of the last 4 matches, and comes packed after surprising the Cowboys in one of the most striking triumphs under the command of Dave Canales. The great highlight of Carolina's team has been Rico Dowdle, who lives a simply spectacular moment. There were 183 land yards last week, right after a 200-yard game, and he still led the team in receptions, adding 56 air yards and a touchdown. His intensity on the field has been contagious, and he seems to play with anger and determination with each descent. Quarterback Bryce Young also showed evolution, throwing 3 touchdowns and recording his best rating of the season, 114.0, showing maturity and calm inside the pocket. On the other hand, the Jets' defense tries to maintain the level it showed against Denver, one of the few sectors that worked well. The defensive front limited J.K. Dobbins to only 40 yards and forced the opponent's attack to convert only 5 of 15 third descents. In addition, the unit gave up only 2 accesses to the red zone and even scored 2 points in a safety. However, the attack remains the big problem in New York. Quarterback Justin Fields had one of the most difficult performances to watch. There were 17 passes attempted, only 9 completed, and 9 sacks suffered, something that has not been seen in the NFL since 1998. To make matters worse, he finished with 10 net yards in the aerial game. The Jets' attack simply didn't exist. 3 field goals, no touchdown, and only 9 points on the scoreboard. The fans, already impatient, showed frustration and even ironized the performance in the stands. The Panthers' defense, in turn, also has its weaknesses. Although it has held the ground game against Javonte Williams well, 29 yards, 2.2 per attempt, the air system has been suffering. In the last matches, they allowed more than 24 points in 5 of 6 games and gave up 168 yards and a touchdown to George Pickens in the previous round. If there is a moment for the Jets to breathe and try to react, it is this. Carolina's defense has difficulty pressuring the quarterback and adds the smallest number of sacks in the league so far. In secondary, the Jets managed to limit Courtland Sutton to 17 yards and contained Bo Nix's long passes to less than 6 yards per attempt. The air defense was solid, even without being able to press the pocket so much. But, in the face of Bryce Young, who has gotten rid of the ball quickly and has been little sacked, only once in 4 of the last 6 games, the challenge will be to contain the precision and accelerated pace of the Panthers' attack. This confrontation marks the 9th meeting between the two franchises, with a recent advantage for Carolina, who won the last 3 consecutive duels and also got the better of the first historical clash in 1995. Curiously, the first victory in the history of the Panthers in the NFL came precisely against the Jets, in a symbolic match in which Carolina's team won 26-5, ending a difficult sequence and inaugurating a new era of respect within the league. Now, 30 years later, the scenario seems to repeat itself. The Panthers seek to affirm their new identity under the command of Canales, while the Jets fight to prevent the season from completely getting out of control. On the one hand, a confident, efficient, and explosive attack. On the other, a solid defense trying to compensate for one of the worst offensive productions in the league. Will Bryce Young and Rico Dowdle continue to stack yards and victories? Or will the Jets, led by a proud defense, finally find a way to turn effort into result? The MetLife Stadium will host another chapter between two teams that, in different ways, are desperate for redemption. If you are a Jets fan and still believe that this team can react, leave the like, subscribe to the Jetstream news channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss any exclusive collective analysis and coverage of training directly from New York. Let's go together to the end, Jets Nation. And as always, go for it, Jets. Thanks for watching.